Hello and welcome to today's Abhigyan's Point, and we'll talk again about the Congress party and the problems the Congress party is facing. All this is largely because of the fact that decisions have to be made now by the Gandhis. And that's becoming extremely evident of all the factionalism and the problem in the Congress party. Now, for example, Captain Amarinder Singh's meeting eventually happens with Sonia Gandhi. Now, that's very important because Navjot Singh Sidhu came and met Priyanka Gandhi. Now, in Punjab, it is becoming so clear that there has to be a solution without waiting any further, without carrying on the problem any further between Captain Amarinder Singh and Navjot Singh Sidhu, and its decision whom to back, which side to actually go for, will have to come from the Gandhis themselves, because everybody is now actually looking at them to solve the Congress problem. And this is very serious because Navjot Singh Sidhu in a way has been repeatedly saying that there is problem of governance with Captain Amarinder Singh. Now, if you call your own chief minister, and I said this very bluntly earlier, if you call your own chief minister as someone who's protecting the Badals and of course the cases or the matters against Badal, or not running a proper government or not running the government the way it should, now these are very serious charges, because in a few months from now you are going to face elections. So the Congress, and primarily in this case of course directly the Gandhis, have to decide which side to back, Captain Amarinder Singh or Navjot Singh Sidhu, and this is becoming a huge problem now, and of course a public embarrassment, a media embarrassment, a big embarrassment for Captain Amarinder Singh himself. So I said this repeatedly on television because he was the man who actually brought the Congress party to power in Punjab, and at a time when politically BJP was at its peak in a lot of ways at the national level of politics. So these are very important factors. Now that decision has to come, and whatever solution has to come will really tell the way forward for the Congress in Punjab, and that decision has to come from the Gandhis. If it is Amarinder Singh, so be it, and if it is Navjot Singh Sidhu, so be it, because Sidhu is directly charging that Amarinder Singh did not run a good government in Punjab. Now imagine a situation where your own leader is saying that, and you have to go to the people saying that please vote us back to power because this man, Captain Amarinder Singh, delivered good governance in Punjab, and this man, Navjot Singh Sidhu, actually feels that he did not deliver good governance in Punjab. Now this is a very, very politically sensitive and serious situation. Similar the problems in Chhattisgarh. There are two leaders now, two top leaders who are very clearly, I wouldn't use the word war, but they are clearly at each other. Now these kind of problems, when it happens in state, Congress leadership in the center has to address it, and otherwise it becomes a problem which completely demolishes the party in states. Actually, in states it has not been doing badly, but right from Rajasthan, which is the Ashok Gehlot, Sachin Pilot problem, now Captain Amarinder Singh, Navjot Singh Sidhu problem, now problems of course there in Chhattisgarh, of course the original Bhupinder Singh Hooda problem, the big face and the leader of Haryana of the Congress. These problems are constantly there. So is there a conflict between the regional leaders and the central leadership, or is there a problem that the central leadership, which I'm very clearly saying the Gandhis are not able to organize or handle things properly? But at the end of the day, this is all embarrassing the Congress party, and that is a very important factor to understand. So I think in Punjab, that's the first case that needs to be handled and sorted out, because there's not much time left. Gandhis will have to clearly tell which way to go, and everybody is looking at them for a solution between Captain Amarinder Singh and Navjot Singh Sidhu. Public, media, embarrassing, open war. That's my point.